Yes.
This is KF Agro Tech and Agro Service, where I'm doing this episode of ram fattening, especially when you are off season. So you can see all these rams in this particular place. You can see they are not fattened. They are fattened but not fattened. These are like remnant of last Ilea. That's this 2025 Ilea. As you can see them, we call this off season, like we call them it's called the management time before the season starts. So what you just do is to maintain that particular fat, not for them to fall totally. You can see the kind of feed you're going to be giving them. You can see the feed. This is coa, cottonseed, and maize chaff. So the reason why they are giving this is just to manage them, nothing else, so that they don't fall from their fatty time during the Ilea period. And you observe that these were expensive during Ilea, definitely. You see, they are all big, medium-sized rams. At least some of them are like 600,000 to 700,000 at this particular market. Right now, they are like 600,000 to 700,000. So, if you really want to go into fattening, right now rams are not selling because a lot of people don't want to involve themselves with this feeding process, especially if you are doing the business. So sometimes you can't start explaining to people that this is the reason why rams are expensive. Remember, in off season you have to feed them, and to feed each of these rams daily, at least you spend nothing less than 1,000 to 1,200 naira. If you calculate it times the off season, because an off season is about a year. So if you are saying about for a year you are feeding an animal, and you are now telling me we are not doing grazing here. These are all feedlots. You can see the reason we call feedlots is because this is the feedlots here. This is a lot, right? It's a lot. So you lock them down and feed them throughout that season, that off season. So now 3 months to a particular season or a festive season, which majorly is the Ilea period, you observe that you have to accelerate this cottonseed. Maybe during the Ilea season, cottonseed, the amount of cottonseed you need to put in their food, in their concentrate, this is a concentrate, in their concentrate is about, let's say, 10%. You can see it. But during that 3 months of fattening, it's about 25%. It depends if you are putting soya beans inside. If you are putting soya beans can be 10%, and cottonseed will be 15%. So the cottonseed is the main, let's say, is more fat. Why soya beans is protein. Soya is huge protein. So if you are not that rich to give them soya beans or cottonseed, you can go for PKC. PKC is cheaper than any of the cottonseed. Cottonseed now you'll be hearing about 40,000 for 70 kg. Soya for 50 kg, soya is about 45,000 naira. So if you are working on that, you see that the expenses you are going to be spending for that 3 months is going to be high. So you don't blame when people sell their ram very expensive during that day. You can come inside. You can see these ones are not, you can see how slim these ones are. You can see them. They are a bit slimmer. So please, when you are going into this business, you need to understand the market. If you are off season, you don't need to fatten them. You don't need to spend too much money. What you just spend on is maintenance. Just maintain their body frame when that time comes. And that's why Uda Balami are one of the best for you to do fattening. They are just the best for you to do fattening, because we call them converters. When animal converts, it means as you feed them with fattening feed, they easily store up that feed into their system and become bigger. So they are like broiler animals. You know, broilers is about 8 weeks, right? If you give a broiler fattening feed, it's about 8 weeks. So if you are saying 8 weeks, it becomes as big as it is. So it's exactly with uders. These are uders. The colored, the white and black or white and brown are uders, and these are balami or hulamis. So, but if you see these ones now, these are kurujis. You can see they are not that fat. Even with the maintenance, they are not big. They are not converters. These are not converters. You can see these. Where's the other one? You can see these ones too. They are not really converters. They are not converters. So they take slower time to add up that fat. Not like they will not add up, but you can't compare what they will be adding up with what a hulami, bolami, or a uda will add up to do. So please, if you are going into this business, think twice. It's better for you to buy during that period, that 3-month period, buy them and fatten them, because it costs a lot of money. Like I do say, for people in the south, it's easy for them to give them grasses. You can plant your grasses by carrier, you can plant guinea corn, you can plant beans, you can plant groundnut. Some of these seeds that you plant, right? There are some seeds specifically made for animals. We have groundnuts that only removes leaves and it has fewer seeds under. We have groundnuts that have more of seeds, which are mainly for people who go into milling. That's they get oil from it. So those ones now you can't expect them to be for animals. You can plant seeds that you can either get both little leaves and more little seeds. That's the groundnut seed. So you can go for both of them. But if you know you really want to plant those leaves for the animals, especially if you're in the southwest where rain falls a lot, you can go for those groundnuts that has more leaves, fewer seeds. So it's just for you to add it up and give it to them. You don't even start needing to buy cotton seed and all those other things. So yeah, as far as you pick it up, you wash it, you dry it, and you can harvest it. During the dry season, you can go, because right now we are going into the dry season. We are in October, right? No, we are in August. So by September, October, harvest season. Some of you need to add up. If you know you don't have rams yet, better during the harvest season, buy a lot of feed, add them up, store them, make a very good storehouse, because storehouses are very important. Rodents cannot shit on or urinate on your feed. So you must make sure whatever storehouse you are building, it's defensive against rodents or any insects, so that you don't come in during that dry season and you find out it's gone. One of the biggest issues we have in dry season is because most time fattening periods falls in dry season. And when it falls in dry season, you won't have the capacity to buy food during that dry season, because the food will be too expensive. So there's a lot of dynamics happening during this fattening period. So if you want to plan for fattening for 2026, during harvest season, buy your feed, store them. First, buy feed. Second, do your housing. Third, buy the animals. If not, you are on the losing side. That's just the truth. You will lose a lot. This is KF Agro. Always follow us on our YouTube page, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We will always give you the best consultancy service, and we will always supply you the best animals. Animals that can convert, and animals with, if you are a breeder, animals that gives better breeds that becomes converters. Thank you.